Okay, this lesson is about posting on the forums at dinardiscussions.com. And first of all, you want to find an article of interest. And Reuters is one of the major sites for news and a good place to go. So I'm going to try this article here. And we'll cut. Sometimes the cut don't work the same on every website. So we're going to try a little bit different here. There we go. I'm going to highlight the area of the title. And right click. Copy. Now we're going to run over to, we've already got a tab open for Dinar Discussions. We want to look in the home, and I like to go to search first. Because usually if this specific title is already posted, it'll show up. I just cut and paste it in there. I right click and paste, and then I hit enter, which will search to see if there's anything of that particular type in it's already been posted. So I'm going to go back to home, and this is you have to figure out what area to post. If I go back here, it's talking about Egypt. Oops. Talking about Egypt. So that's world news. We'll go back. We'll scroll down till we find world news. World news stories. Right, we'll click on that. This has just been released recently, so if it has been posted, it'll be posted to the top. I'm looking and I'm not seeing it posted there. I'm going to look and see if there's anything else that resembles that post. And I don't really see anything here that resembles that post. Other than Egypt's ruling party heads resigned. I think this deserves a new topic. If it don't, then some of the administrators or moderators will post it somewhere else. But we're going to post a new article. Alright, you right click on the subject line. I've already saved that to my clipboard and I paste it. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to scroll down to the end of this article. And for those that aren't real familiar with cut and paste, you left click at the bottom. I like to go from the bottom, it works faster for me. And you go up to the top of the article, and you see it's written by a certain person. You want that information in there. Give them credit. And you go back to where you're posting, and in the large box where the information goes, you right click and paste. And that puts everything there. Now, I usually use the link button that's in the smiley section. And if it's real close to the end, I usually hit enter and start another line. Then I go up to this URL button. And I click on that. And I want to put an equal sign between that L and that bracket. And I want to go back and I want to grab the link. This is the link. Grab that link, copy it, and I'm going to go back. And I am going to paste it in that very same spot. Make sure you get it between that equal sign and the first bracket. Alright, so put the link there. Now we want to click right between the URL of the brackets there. Come over and click on this link and look back, and it posts that link. Now you have to have a space between this bracket and that colon sign, or it will show the link and it won't show the button. So that has to be that way. And sometimes in editing you'll find that for some reason or other it will lose that space and it won't show up right, so you have to go back. And for those of you that don't have the option to edit, you have to really comb this through as best you can before you set it to be posted. I'm going to go back up here. Looks like everything I've got up here is what I need to remain. Now, I noticed there was a picture on that. So on that picture, when I put my mouse over that picture, you see there is a subtitle to that. So I'm going to cut this as well. I'm going to go ahead and copy it. I'm going to bring it back over and I'm going to paste that. So I want it to wind up below the picture just the same. It's not going to be exactly the same as what you see on the page, but it's okay. It still looks good. Now, I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to hit enter because I want that image to be right there. And I want a little bit of a space between the date and all. So some may do it a little different. I don't know. But this is the way I like to do it. So I'm going to come up here to this image button. Click image. Now, you're going to want to go back to your picture. Right click. It says copy image URL. I want to click on that. That's going to copy that URL address. And I'm going to go back in here and you've got to paste it in between these two brackets. Right click, paste, and there you have an image. Then I want to scroll down and make sure this is fairly readable. I'm going to put a space right here. Not real necessary because it's fairly easy to read. We want to make this readable. And I don't see any place else that needs a space. We want to space it out a little bit where it's not all just crammed into one paragraph. A lot harder to read. There, everything looks good. Looking at this, it says from peaceful to bloody. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to make sure that that pertains to my article. I'm going to go back here. And let's see if I can find it. From peaceful to bloody. Okay, it looks like it does belong in that article, so we're going to leave it there. I'm going to get back to our hosting area. And everything looks good. I'm looking at my URL link. Everything looks good. I've got the equal sign in between the HTTP. Got the other bracket here. I've got a space between the colon and that bracket. Got my link button copied in there. And this type of bracket closes out the command. This is the beginning of the command. That URL is the end of the command. That closes it out where it won't be seen. So it all looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and submit this. And it'll take a minute, and that page will load up. And then I'm going to look over it real good. And for those of you that don't have the ability to edit after you post, just PM moderators, administrators, or don't. And tell them you had a little problem posting, and copy the URL set and put it in the PM drawer. And they, of course, they're going to look at it as well, but it's been communication with the administrators and moderators as much as possible. But I'm looking over everything. It really looks good. And I've got my picture in there. See how that showed up. Alright. Let me go down here. I want to click on this link just to make sure it does what I told it to do. Ah, you see how that opens up into our discussion book very professional. There's the article. And sometimes there's more information to an article. You don't always have to put it in there. If there is enough, it's always good to put before your URL. You put it in before you click the link button. And you can say more here, or more information, click here, whatever you would like to put in there, as long as it makes sense. Okay. It all looks good to me. So we are going to put this on YouTube. Stop the recording.